A few fun facts and background about oobleck. Oobleck and other pressure-dependent substances like silly putty and quicksand are not liquids such as water or oil. They are known as non-Newtonian fluids. This substance's name comes from Dr. Seuss's Bartholomew and the Oobleck. Applying pressure to the oobleck increases its viscosity. A quick tap will make it feel hard, as it forces the cornstarch particles together. But if you dip your fingers in slowly, your hand slides through easily because the particles have time to move out of the way. If you move fast enough, you can walk across oobleck without sinking. If you leave oobleck in the sun, the color evaporates and it turns hard like cement. Is oobleck a physical or chemical change? It's a physical change because the starch and water are not dissolved, but just mixed into suspension that doesn't settle. Other examples are blood, fog, whipped cream, foams, jello, and styling gel. Before we begin, let's go over some important precautions to always follow during labs.
Make sure that you always follow instructions that are given by your teacher.
Report all accidents, injuries, or broken equipment to the teacher as soon as it happens.
Don't block pathways with your backpacks. Make sure they're under the table.
Always read your procedure before beginning the lab.
Make sure to clean up your area for the next group.
Becca, you can't be sitting during lab.
Oh, I forgot.
We also have to move the chairs because otherwise we'll trip over them.
I got it.
When performing a lab, always make sure to wear goggles so you don't get stuff in your eyes.
If your hair is longer than your shoulders, make sure to put it up in a ponytail so it doesn't get in the way.
Make sure to always wear gloves to keep your skin protected from chemicals, and if you have one, an apron to protect your clothing. Always make sure to wear closed-toed shoes so if you drop something, your feet will be protected.
Guys, you can't be on your phone or eating during the lab because you could get distracted, or the food could get contaminated, or your lab could get contaminated. Sorry. For the oobleck lab, you will need a clean space, a bowl, cornstarch, dye if you choose, water, and a measuring utensil. Ah, Tatiana! No horseplay during lab!
If you spill something in the lab, make sure to clean it up immediately and effectively.
You'll need a cup and a half of cornstarch. Next, you'll need a cup of water. Before you mix it, make sure you have your gloves on. Oobleck!
If you choose, you can add color. Woo.
And now, you have beautiful ocean-colored. No sniffing, Tatiana! Waft! There you go. Once you're finished with the lab, make sure to always clean up after yourself.
Make sure to not put the solids down the drain.
All right.
Put them in the correct spot.
Ta-da! Make sure sure to always clean up your area after a lab.
Tips about the oobleck lab: instead of the original measurements of cornstarch we gave you, use 3/4 a cup of cornstarch and 1/2 a cup of water. Our original measurements caused the solution to be too watery and not act like oobleck. It's also a good idea to have some extra cornstarch around just in case it's too watery. For watching our video. Keep in mind that not all of the safety precautions are needed for the oobleck lab because we're not working with chemicals or fire. So goggles and gloves are not really necessary. This being said, your teacher might instruct you to follow all safety procedures during this lab as a precaution. Remember to always be aware of your surroundings, be cautious of the safety of yourself and others.